So I was born in a small village in Karur district called Thottambatti. We have about 32 houses there. So the first generation guy in my family, me and my sister, both of us got into degree. So since I chose engineering, I landed up in Coimbatore, PFG College of Technology. I got into a 5-year engineering course, and which 2010-11 I got a fair degree of where I wanted to go. I wanted to get into public service. I wanted to get into serving the civil society. Wrote civil service, got into IPS, Karnataka, 9.5 years. Very good period of my life. I still enjoy every moment of my khaki.
It's so very nice to have you with all of us today, and I think without much further ado, we'll just get started into the chat. So with that nice introduction of Ishan, we get a sense of how interesting the trajectory of your life's been, but we would still like to hear it from your own voice. So can you share a brief overview of your journey growing up, from Thottambatti to becoming the state BJP president of Tamil Nadu?
Thank you so much to both of you and friends who are here. And IIT Madras is an iconic institution in our country, and possibly the next 25 years, I'm very sure it is going to play a greater role than what it has played over the time before 2022. So you will have a very important role in the next 25 years in shaping up the country's growth. So I'm very excited that students sitting in this auditorium, you will be championing India's cause 2047 when you talk about Vikshit Bharat. And some of you have to create global companies sitting here, and some of you have to create employments to lakhs of people, solve India's problem, put India's map in the global sphere. So I'm very happy that today our discussion, probably from my field, policing for a little bit of time, and politics for a lot of time, and probably the future vision that we as a party have, and probably me as a person have. So that I think might contribute maybe 0.5%, 1% to you. You are thinking about politics and the future of India's growth, and how as a political party we are looking at the next 25 years. So I'm very glad I got this opportunity to share some of our insights and thoughts with you. At the same time, I know that you are truly brilliant guys. You can pick up anything at a pace that is unequal, unrivaled, and that has brought you to IIT Madras. You can just pick it up, whatever we say, and probably you will add your own thinking to it. So whatever we discuss, I'm sure it will help me, help you, and help others to reassess, reprioritize, and probably it is an opportunity for me also to remove some of the negative thoughts, or probably some of the negative things people might have against our party and against me or against some other person also. That is also I'm using this forum as an opportunity. Now, talk about myself, I thought I'll talk more about the country, more about the economy, more about politics, and I'll take very little time to describe me as a person. So I was born in a small village in Karur district called Thottambatti. We have about 32 houses there. So the first generation guy in my family, me and my sister, both of us got into degree. Both of us, the first generation. Then it's a very small village, 32 villages, you can just imagine. And from there, typical school, then two choices in front of me, either take an engineering or take medicine. I thought probably I'm not good enough to do medicine. You have to study more, so I chose engineering. So just to cut the long story short, maybe till the age of 21, 22, I never had any plan in life. I just allowed that the life is taking me. So since I chose engineering, I landed up in Coimbatore, PFG College of Technology. I got into a 5-year engineering course, and which probably the second and third year is very important to me, because that is when I realized I never wanted to be an engineer after getting into engineering. I'm not sure how many of you sitting in this hall realize. But what to do? Second and third year you realize you are not cut out for the engineering world. Then I thought, at that point of time, it's very rare when in 2002, when I entered engineering, 2007 I passed out, I took a break year. So many of you guys might take a break year also. It is unthought of. We people never encourage people to take a break year. The two person of my background, I took a break year for a year. Just wanted to realize where I wanted to go. I thought my education is incomplete. Let me do something, probably an MBA, general MBA, understand nuances. Then I can figure out what I want in life. Wrote CAT, got into IIM Lucknow. So did 2 years of my MBA there. 2010-11, I got a fair degree of where I wanted to go. I wanted to get into public service. I wanted to get into serving the civil society. And even then, the option of politics was still there. My first year MBA, normally in IIMs, you have this option of doing an internship. So I was the early guys to do an internship with the political party. So first year I took a break. I never went for a corporate internship. I interned with the political party, Mr. Vijayakant's political party, that point of time, DMDK in 2009. 3 months I was with them. Then after my internship, I realized I'm not good enough to get into politics. It's a very tough field, unforgiving for a first generation guy like me. That too in a state like Tamil Nadu that is dominated by cinema power, money power and muscle power and everything. So I quietly looked at what are the other options I have. 26/11 happened, the Mumbai. That had a lingering thought, big motivation for me to write civil service, because you need some push to get into civil service. And even if you're intelligent, unless you don't have that motive to get into civil service, a lot of guys don't make it. That's why civil service is designed for people of above average ability and aptitude. But unless you have that calling factor, I see a lot of intelligent guys just going to the wayside because the calling factor is not there. For me, the calling factor was the Mumbai attack, somebody entering into our country in 2008, November 26, killing people just like that, not being held accountable, politics just wasting time, telling the Americans, asking for a neutral observer, come talk to Pakistanis, find a way, and nothing was happening. So that was the push that was needed. Wrote civil service, got into IPS, Karnataka, 9.5 years. Very good period of my life. I still enjoy every moment of my khaki. But there's always that time when you figure out that you want to get out of that cage. It is preparing you for something more meaningful and significant. 2019, May 28, I decided enough is enough. And this is the time for me to really pursue what I wanted. Get into grassroots, work with people. So quit policing, started a foundation called We the Leaders Foundation. Even now it is active, ran it for a year with about 8,800 volunteers we have. We're active in a couple of districts in Tamil Nadu, especially in the western part of Tamil Nadu. Very active with it for a year, organic farming, skilling, entrepreneurship, all those things. Then you are 36, 37 with an IPS background, sitting in a village doing something. Then you develop a curiosity. People develop a curiosity. People come calling. They ask, what are you doing? What are you doing in a village? Why not this? Why not that? That's how I got pulled into politics. So frankly speaking, I'm an accidental politician. And I never really wanted to get into politics because I always felt politics is not cut out for people like me who see life in just black and white. I don't see it in grey. And maybe that is a problem I always have. For me, it is either correct and wrong. And there is nothing called I operate in the middle. Politics, most of the time you have to be in the middle. You have to do all kinds of deals. You got to get all kinds of people along. And that tests your morality to the limit. And your morality is so tested. And many a times you got to do certain things. You are so uncomfortable in the short term because it is good for the long term. And many of the things that you have to do in the short term, even if it might appear good in the short term, it is really harmful in the long term. So every day it is that kind of things, whom you align, what kind of people you mingle with, and what kind of people you give a responsibility to. So here I am sitting in front of you. So maybe this is my life over the last 37, 38 years. Thank you.
Very interesting indeed.